In our program today, mothers, they're a special breed. We meet 3 of them who share a bond with every mother in the world. And we visit Singapore to discover some of its beauty. Hello everyone, welcome to Asia Down Under. The Sri Lankan community celebrated their New Year recently. And Bharat travelled to Hamilton where a celebration was organised by the Sri Lankan Friendship Society.
The Sri Lankan New Year is an event marked by Sri Lanka's 2 main ethnic groups, the Sinhalese and the Tamil community. Today's celebration at the Hamilton Boys High School was attended by both the communities, despite the fact that in their former homeland they have been torn apart in a civil strife.
The 2 ethnic groups that are having differences at the moment, and here we share and care. And we enjoy the New Year together. There are no differences whatsoever. We are all Sri Lankan, and it's a united Sri Lanka as far as I'm concerned.
I'm a Tamil, but I belong to both societies, Tamil society as well as Sri Lankan society. They may have difference in the country, but it's nice to see people getting together and working as one Sri Lankan group in Hamilton.
Although there are civil disturbance in Sri Lanka, we have been friends with our other communities like Tamils, Muslims, and we are still friends with them. We are meeting them each other most of the time. We talk about it, and I think by doing that, we can at least live here in harmony.
It's like bringing us together, really. They work together, they perform together here, so it's just like, you wouldn't really know that. It's actually a Sri Lankan civil war.
Tamils are an ethnic minority in Sri Lanka, and they are seeking a separate homeland in the north and east for Tamils. In the past few months, the Sri Lankan government and a separatist group, the Tamil Tigers, have been embroiled in a new chapter of war that has killed nearly 70,000 people in the past 25 years.
It makes me very sad because I went to school in a Tamil area in Sri Lanka. Most of my school friends are Tamils. So this is long overdue to come together. I wish they can do this in Sri Lanka too. It'll be wonderful.
We're putting everything aside that's happening in Sri Lanka. They're coming together, performing and having a good time.
It gives an appreciation for what we have, as far as how fortunate we are to be here. And then when we see people coming from the background that they have, I guess it just, there's a feeling from the heart that you want to embrace them and welcome them.
I think the Sri Lankan people in New Zealand are a model for people back home in Sri Lanka, because tonight we have all peoples of Sri Lanka joining together to celebrate, to have the New Year together and living in harmony. And I think that is the strength of maintaining a community like this outside perhaps the strife of a war-torn country.
Annette King is no stranger to Sri Lankans. Her great-great-grandfather John Jacob Apu, a gold prospector, was possibly the first Sri Lankan to set foot in this country more than 100 years ago.
We knew that he'd only had one daughter, which began our line, my grandmother was very Sri Lankan to look at, but as you see by me, the only things left is the brown eyes.
Living their troubles in their former homeland, the Sri Lankan community enjoyed the opportunity to showcase their rich culture and traditions.
Maintaining your traditions and your culture and passing it on to the generations who live here is really important. And I think by maintaining it, it also enriches all New Zealand, because we see the colour of that mixed up with our own traditions. And in a way, it all becomes part of a growing New Zealand culture.
I've been here 44 years. I've married my wife, a Kiwi. I come to see the cultural show here because we both enjoy it. And I really thank the people who have got together and organized this occasion to show the New Zealanders our heritage.
There was nothing like this when we first got married, and our children didn't have this chance, you know, so it's wonderful to see them getting involved and having the costumes, and it's really exciting to watch.
Part of the New Year traditions is to offer prayers for peace and happiness. Hopefully their prayers will be answered.